Let's start the last video before Halloween. Hello guys, one more time and welcome to Ring Royalty. My name is Alexis, as you already know. Wait, the royalty? What happened with the royalty? So, it is Halloween and I had my costume on. It was a last minute costume, so bear with me. So I'm a Greek god, sort of, like Wonder Woman realness, by the way. And we are here today to talk about the reviews of both WWE's Crown Jewel and Bound for Glory 2021. A lot of things happened this past week and I am here to talk about each and every one of them involving women, obviously. So without any further to say, let's start. Let's begin by talking about Crown Jewel, the pay-per-view from WWE. It happened on Thursday and we had two women's matches on the main card. Surprising that for a Saudi Arabia show we had two women's matches, that's an improvement. And the first one was the finals of the Queen Crowns tournament. Zelina Vega facing Doudrop. I have to admit that it was very unexpected to have these two ladies in the finals. I thought the finals of the tournament would be Liv Morgan against Shayna Baszler, and I saw a lot of people thinking the same on social media, but it didn't happen. I appreciate a good shocker. Sadly, even though Doudrop and Zelina Vega have a lot of chemistry, and the fact that Doudrop is so much bigger than Zelina gives room for many different spots throughout the match, this felt pretty regular. It felt like a weekly show match, maybe that could be featured on Raw or SmackDown. It didn't feel like the final of the first ever Queen's Crown tournament. I'm not sure if it was just me. The crowd reception was nice. There were some couple of good spots like Zelina Vega's Tornado DDT. But other than that, there is not much to highlight from this match. At the end of the contest, it will be Zelina pinning Doudrop for the 1-2-3 after a gigantic code red to become the first ever Queen of the Ring. Okay, so let's talk about this. The match was okay, but I feel the build-up for this Queen's Crown tournament was crappy. I mean, I'm sorry to say it. I think we should all be super hyped because this is the first time women get a tournament like this to counterpart the male superstars with the King of the Ring, but it didn't feel special. The semi-finals and first round matches were really short and absolutely not meaningful at all, and the final just felt that way. There was not enough hype for us to be on the edge of our seats, at least that's what I think. I am happy that they gave new girls the chance on the spotlight, and I also like the fact that Zelina was the one that won the whole thing, because usually these Queen or King tournaments help the heel character to build up. So Zelina is the first ever Queen of the Ring. I am very happy for her. Hopefully their push won't end there and we would keep elevating Zelina even more to be a prominent figure in the women's division in 2022. And even though this tournament was really underwhelming, at least these two ladies got the chance to have their first ever singles matches in a WWE pay-per-view. Neither of them had an opportunity before, so that's something that we should appreciate. But was I really excited to see the finals? Not really. Overall, I think it was an okay match, not pay-per-view worthy. Sorry if you want to bash me for it, but it is what it is. The second and final women's match of the night was Becky Lynch defending the SmackDown Women's Championship against Sasha Banks and Bianca Belair. Such an instant classic, almost 20 minutes of pure magic. It was definitely one of my favorite matches of the year so far. The chemistry was incredible and I was very surprised that the crowd had such a great reception for women. I mean, I know they weren't really allowed to participate in Crown Jewels a couple years ago and now they are getting "This is awesome" chants. That's a huge improvement, whatever you look at it. What made this triple threat so special is the fact that any of the members involved in the match could actually win. Sasha and Bianca are so over with the crowd, they are huge characters, very popular, super talented, and Becky Lynch has just returned. She is the champion, she's the man, she's getting back on track, and she is also a very popular, if not the most popular woman in WWE now. So it was anybody's game, and that's what makes everything exciting. The whole match was full of spots, some of the spots that I would like to highlight because they were awesome. Bianca's military press on Sasha with only one arm, amazing, kudos to that. Also Sasha Banks paying homage to Trish Stratus and doing the Stratus faction on Bianca Belair, followed up by the Banks statement. Pretty beautiful. Also, all the spots that involved the three competitors were nice. The one that I remember the most is when Bianca had Sasha up in the KOD position and she got a diving dropkick from Becky Lynch, sending Sasha across the ring. That was beautiful. Something lovely about this match is that all of them had enough time to shine and there were spots for everyone. Also, they had the opportunity to face each other in one-on-one matches or like mini matches or confrontations when the third member of the match was outside the ring. We got Sasha against Bianca, Sasha against Becky, Becky against Bianca. All of them had their moments and all of them did the best they could, and I think they delivered. Considering the people that were involved, it was obviously going to be good on paper, but I think it was way better than what people expected. Becky Lynch, queen of leg drops, that's her thing ever since she became big time Bex, I guess. I read a lot on social media how the start of the match was a bit sloppy and slow. And I think I agree, by the middle and the end of the match, they picked things up and made us absolutely forget about that slow start. There were so many false finishes that kept the match building up, so that was great. Also unique spots. The combination of the disarmer in the bank statement locked in at the same time was lovely, and then Bianca picking them both up as the powerful beast that she is. Bianca's just out of this world. The double disarm her by Becky Lynch, first time ever she does that. And the ending, some people were very angry with the ending, but I think it was cool. Becky managed to play possum, do a small package on Sasha, and grabbing the rope for the 1, 2, 3, Becky Lynch remains the SmackDown Women's Champion. I hated the fact that this happened just because I knew right then that Becky would swap titles with Charlotte, but I mean, it is what it is. The match itself was great, so there is nothing that can take away from this amazing match. Nobody looked weak, and this is a triple threat match, so there are no rules, there's no disqualification. So Becky Lynch just outsmarted Sasha and Bianca in that moment, and it is very valid. Becky wasn't my pick, but because of this ending, I wouldn't say the match had the wrong winner. We have to understand that sometimes we can get what we want straight away. We need a build-up. I am positive that Bianca will win the Raw Women's Championship from Becky. As for Sasha, hopefully she will be the first in line to face Charlotte for the SmackDown Women's Championship because they can deliver and give us another instant classic, and we will see what happens with the women's division overall. The title match was pretty successful. It did what it had to do, and I would dare to say, even if some men wrestling fans would tag me, I don't care, this was the match of the night. It was the best match wrestling-wise of the night. There weren't many shenanigans, it was all pure wrestling ability. Kudos to the ladies for delivering such a great show. Nothing else to say. Now let's switch companies and move to Impact Wrestling, because on Saturday we had Bound for Glory, the biggest event of the year for Impact Wrestling, and we had 2 title matches. But before talking about the title matches, I just want to give props to Impact. The way that they feature older women all the time is just amazing. It's something that WWE has never been able to accomplish, and that is something that we should actually appreciate. So many people trash talk Impact, that it is not the same, that it is pretty weak, it's not entertaining, but for me, it has the best women's division nowadays. Women were featured throughout all the show, and before talking about the title matches, I would like to highlight the other things that women did. First of all, Awesome Kong was inducted into the Impact Wrestling Hall of Fame, only the second woman ever to have the honor to be there, after Gail King obviously. She did a great speech. I think the speech was cut though, or I'm not sure if it was the streaming service that I was using, but it was so inspirational, and she's definitely deserving of this recognition. She just retired at NWA Empower, and for me this is the best way to close her wrestling chapter, her wrestling career, being featured in the company that made you famous. Another thing that happened before Bound for Glory, we have the first ever digital media champion match. I'm not sure what was that, but the fact that it was a mixed six-pack challenge that featured women like Jordynne Grace, Chelsea Green, and Tenille Dashwood, that for some reason she didn't compete and ended up replaced by Madison Rayne. If you like intergender wrestling, this is your match. After a grueling match between the 6 competitors, 3 men and 3 women, we would have Jordan Grace's crown as the first ever digital media champion. Not sure if that's like an online title like the Internet Championship back in WWE. Will it be featured in regular episodes of Impact, or what's the deal with it? But at least Jordan Grace became the first ever Triple Crown champion in Impact Wrestling. So congrats to her. And also, we have the Call Your Shot Gauntlet match. This match is quite similar to the Royal Rumble, with the difference that it is an intergender gauntlet match. The women featured there were the ones that didn't have any storyline going into the biggest event of the year, so it is so nice that Impact found a way to feature them, and has been doing that for a couple of years now. Women like Savannah Evans, Tasha Steelz, Melina, Alicia Edwards, and Rachel Ellering were featured, and all of them got nice spots before getting eliminated. I am just delighted by the way Impact booked the knockouts, and I just hope some other companies, WWE and AEW, can follow Impact's footsteps, because women deserve better. The first title match of the night was the debuting IInspiration, Jessie McKay and Cassie Lee challenging Decay for the Knockouts Tag Team Championships. So unexpected that they got the championship match right away. The entrance, they got the live music entrance. The performer was there, they were looking flawless, giving me diva vibes. I wasn't sure what to expect, but I am glad that they're still themselves. And we had Decay, the completely opposite of the IInspiration. We had the divas against the demons, the dark entities or whatever. I don't think they had this big blow up match, even though it was Bound for Glory, because for me this feud between the teams is going to continue. This is the first match they have, and I think they opened the show pretty successfully. They were the first match on the card, and everybody was so anxious to see how Jessie and Cassie were going to do now that they are out of WWE. I think they deliver many different spots that I like. The only thing that I would highlight that was negative is the fact that I saw Havoc stumbling so many times during the match. Like, girl, are you drunk or what's going on? But besides that, they did awesome. Rosemary biting Jessie's face, false finish after the Sydney from the IInspiration. There was equal amount of offense from both parties, which is rare. I thought the IInspiration would be manhandled by Decay. It didn't happen. They found a way to isolate Rosemary certain points or to fight Havoc back, so the girls wouldn't look so weak against this powerful force that Decay is. The match would end after a modified fall of grace by the IInspiration, which became a powerbomb and neckbreaker combination instead of the facebuster that they had in WWE for the 1, 2, 3, and surprisingly, the IInspiration are the new Knockouts Tag Team Champions. I am very shocked that Impact decided to give the championships to them right away too. But then again, Impact is the land of opportunity. It is not SmackDown, it is Impact. So congratulations to Jessie and Cassie. So glad that they are champions like they deserve. We will see what happens now that we have a new addition and a new face of the tag team division. Really happy for Jessie and Cassie. So sad that Decay lost. I am sure they will be able to bounce back though, as the feud will probably continue. And I am just happy to see that the tag team division for women is working at least in one company, due to the fact that many others are just lacking tag team wrestling, and you know who I'm talking about. So happy for these results. And we're finally here with a much anticipated Knockouts Championship match. Deonna Purrazzo defending the Knockouts title against Hardcore Country Mickie James. The video package prior to the match hyped me up so much. This really felt like a grudge match. They hated each other, they wanted to kill each other, and the match was structured in a way that it really looked like they wanted to kill each other in the middle of the match. Mickie James attacked Deonna Purrazzo before the bell rang, and that has to be one of the most amazing things I've seen in a while, just because there was the babyface finally going for the hit first. She wasn't waiting for Deonna to destroy her and then, okay, I'm going to react. Like most babyfaces, they're just pretty girls smiling even though they're being beaten up. Mickie James was, fuck that, I'm Hardcore Country and I'm gonna teach you a lesson. They had a nice pre-match brawl that spilled to the ramp, to the stage. It was just lovely. Referee was trying to control the situation. It was just great. I don't have the words to explain how great it was. This felt super personal. And this feud go all the way to Slammiversary, if you haven't seen my review, it is over here, to NWA Empower, and now to Bound for Glory. The build-up was slow, but it was just what we needed. A grudge feud that we haven't had in women's wrestling in a while. The chemistry was great, similar to the Saudi Arabia SmackDown Women's Championship match. I would say it started slow, but then they pick up the steam really fast too. The Mickie DT counter into a pump kick was awesome, and the fact that both of them managed to kick out of each other's finishers. I know some people hate that, but for me it was awesome. When Mickie hit the Mickie DT and couldn't defeat Deonna, I was like, oh shit. Deonna's retaining, there's no way Mickie's winning. But then when Deonna applied the Queen's Gambit assisted by the ropes and couldn't defeat Mickie James, I'm like, oh my god, this is anybody's game. It could still be Mickie's night. I was so hyped, I was so excited. This is the first time I am really this excited. I don't know if you can tell. I mean, I'm almost shouting. Probably my family wants to kick me out right now, but I won't shut the hell up because this was pure magic. This is what women's wrestling is all about. Oh my god, I'm dying. In the final seconds of the match, Purrazzo was trying to mock Mickie's DT as she was going to hit it, but then Mickie reversed and did a tornado DDT on the corner for the 1, 2, 3 for the pin, and we got a brand new Knockouts champion in hardcore country, Mickie James. Look at the girl with the goal. Oh my god. This match just blew my mind. The storytelling was awesome. Before the match, during the match, and I am sure after the match it would continue to be something great. I just have nothing bad to say about this match, because you know I love storytelling, and the fact that this match gave me everything that I needed slowly reminded me a lot of Trish and Mickie's storyline. Not because of the psycho angle, but that storyline was built up in months. Over 5 months of storytelling, and this reminded me of that. Over 3 or 4 months of storytelling to have this blow up match. Just keep in mind that this great match could have happened in WWE if they gave these two ladies the opportunity, because they were queens of catering. Just saying. The Knockouts Championship match was my favorite one out of this past week, and there is nothing you can do to change my mind. Congratulations to Mickie and Deonna for being awesome performers, and a big thank you to both of them too for giving us this instant classic match. Okay, so these were my reviews for Crown Jewel and Bound for Glory 2021. Tell me down in the comments what do you think about each of the matches that happened this past week, and also please do yourself a favor. I know so many people that watch my videos only watch WWE, but go and watch Bound for Glory. I think they did such a great job showcasing women there, and there are so many familiar faces from the IInspiration to Mickie and Deonna, so it will be worth it, I promise. Also, tell me down in the comments what do you think about my Halloween outfit. I'm finally going to a party after being in lockdown for over a year. I feel like I can get my life back finally, because life's been tough. Thank you once again for your support. It's all been amazing. It's been a crazy ride, and I will be really happy to see your comment, your like, and maybe a subscription if you haven't subscribed yet. My name is Alexis, as you already know. Here is my Instagram if you want to contact me or anything, and I will see you guys next time with a new video. Stay safe and just take care. Goodbye.